This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Another win for the Marion Catholic girls volleyball team. See how the team helped out the community next. Good evening and thank you for joining us at SSPTV News. I'm Ken Kara and here's today's local information from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. The Marion Phillies volleyball team made a special donation yesterday. Team members donated a celebration bell to the Geisinger Hazleton Cancer Clinic on East Broad Street in Hazleton. The team raised money for the bell during a volleyball game on October 8th. The money raised also helped to purchase tote bags for patients who are undergoing chemotherapy for the first time. The bags contain a blanket, book, hand sanitizer, water, socks, cards, and tissues to help patients while getting treatment. The celebration bell is for patients to ring on their final day of treatment. Our John Eric Poli will have a special feature story on the team's efforts to help fight breast cancer all next week here on SSPTV. The second annual Brandon Novotnock Powder Puff game takes place this Sunday at Marion Catholic High School in Tamaqua. All proceeds will benefit Lexi Tessitore, a Marion senior who is recovering from a terrible car accident. Melissa Trikolowski lost her 19-year-old son Brandon unexpectedly in 2018. Now through the Brandon Novotnock Memorial Scholarship, she is helping other students.
This year, we want to help a local family out who was struck with tragedy. Their daughter was in a terrible accident in July, and she has a long road ahead of her, and the parents have been at bedside since then. So we want to help lift the financial burden any way we can. So our game will benefit them 100%.
Okay, so you are having a Powder Puff game. It's happening Sunday, October 20th.
Yes, it's October 20th, and it's 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. We will have tricky trays, bake sale, lunch sale. We have shirts for sale. I'm working on getting some bracelets. And it'll be a great day to watch the kids play. We had a lot of girls sign up and they're excited to get involved and help Lexi out. She was supposed to graduate this year and we're rooting for her.
The Powder Puff game will feature students from Marion and Hazleton area high schools. If you can't make the event, donations can be made by visiting the Brandon Novotnock Memorial Scholarship and Fundraising page on Facebook. Again, the Powder Puff game is this Sunday from 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. at Marion Catholic High School in Tamaqua. There is free admission and everyone is invited to attend. How about some Hazleton history? I learned a lot during my latest visit to Frankie's Pizzeria and Restaurant in downtown Hazleton. We're back downtown at Frankie's Pizzeria and Restaurant. We have a very special segment for you right now. So happy you came on today. We're with Lauren Sacco, one of the owners here, and also joined by Angeline Vito. You are Lauren's grandmother. Thank you so much for coming on, Mrs. Vito. And it's always a pleasure. You're always, people usually might recognize you. Sometimes you're in that back booth over there. And I always come in here, but I always say you feel like you're part of the family here, and you're there and you say hi to me. I didn't even know if you know who I was, but you're always so nice to me. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. Your family actually had a grocery store and eventually became a pizzeria. So this goes back to your parents, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And how did that work out? So it was your father who started a grocery store on 3rd and Mongeau Street in the city of Hazleton.
Yeah. And then when my father died, my mother closed the grocery store and she opened up a pizzeria, which we all helped her.
Does it still, and Lauren tells me all the time how seriously they take the dough here. It still passes your test. It's still, you take a, because my grandfather had a pizzeria and he's still to this day, he's almost in his 80s now, and takes pizza very seriously. So do you taste test it every now and then?
Oh, it's always good. Yes, they do a great job.
How much does this remind you of when your family was doing it? It was on 3rd and Mongeau in Hazleton. You come in here, you see Lauren, her sisters working, her mom working. Is it kind of the same?
They're great. It's a great family.
How important do you think
I'm very proud of them.
How important do you think that is to an area to have something like this where there's a family running around?
When you're here and you have these gems, you don't appreciate them. But then when you go out of the area and you see what's out there, you say, oh my God, I'm going home.
How important is it to move forward but also honor what came in the past for your family and for this area?
We've got a modern twist on things, but we stay true to our roots with the simple things. Simple, keep it stupid. There's no fussing, no changing, it works. There's no reason to really reinvent the wheel.
What do you think your father would say if you walked through the doors here today and took a look and went on the menu?
He would be very proud. Yeah, my father would be very proud.
So you could come.
Well, we come down Friday nights, my daughter and her husband and I, and we have our meal, and then we always have fried dough with sugar.
And you
Although they try to stick it out one night as fried dough with salt.
Yeah, we
But
had
we
is
gave
that a
it
prank
back.
or was that a mistake?
That was a mistake.
Okay, all right. That one didn't take to the menu. No, that
No,
would be
no,
good.
no.
But you can order that, correct? You could get the fried dough here. I find this interesting because Lauren and I both went to Holy Spirit Academy together, and I still tell my wife who's a dietitian now, I say, they used to give us fried dough for lunch there. I said there was a day where we would come in and have fried dough for lunch, and I guess that's a treat, you know? That's really nice.
Yeah, just dough with sugar.
Yeah.
So delicious. Please enjoy it. Thank you for sharing the stories today and taking us back to understand where this dough recipe really came from and what it means to your family to have this business here in Hazleton and keep it going. So if you see Mrs. Vito here, just come in, say hello, and I always feel like you're part of the family.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Nice afternoon, but rain is coming our way. Here's our forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight it will be mostly clear with a low of 46 degrees. 100% chance of rain on Wednesday, maybe a thunderstorm, and some of the storms could produce heavy rainfall. New rainfall amounts between 3/4 and 1 inch possible. High of 59 degrees, 80% chance of showers and a possible thunderstorm at night. Again, some of them could be heavy storms. Then on Thursday, a 20% chance of showers. Mostly cloudy, high near 50. Wind gusts as high as 29 miles per hour. Mostly cloudy Thursday night, low of 40 degrees. Sun comes back out on Friday with a high of 52. Mostly clear at night, but with a cold low of 34 degrees. Saturday is sunny with a high of 57. Saturday night, mostly clear, low of 40 degrees. Hazleton area golfers Isabel Ritz and Grace Babinchak ended fantastic individual seasons at the PIAA East Regional Golf Tournament. Ritz placed 20th and missed the cut for states by 3 strokes. Babinchak was 22nd and she missed the cut by 7 strokes. Both will now get ready for the state team championships with the Lady Cougars. You can hear from both of them on the latest Good Sports podcast on SSPTV.com and StandardSpeaker.com. Also on the SSPTV Standard Speaker scoreboard, Shaston Tahansky had 3 goals and 3 steals in Hazleton area's water polo win over Cumberland Valley. The boys team lost to Cumberland Valley with Anthony Goldstone scoring 2 goals. Coming up, some members of the Hazleton area girls golf team as they get ready for the state team championships. Chat with me and John Eric Poli reports from a community celebration in Pittston. We'll be right back.
Good evening, everyone. Here's today's Talk of the Town. The Better Living Showcase will be held this Sunday from 9:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. at Mohegan Sun Pocono. Our very own Sam Lassant will be a speaker at the event. And the Pennsylvania State Police Troop N have announced their Coats for the Community campaign, which will run now through November 15th. You can drop off items at any Troop N location. And that's today's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Monsignor Francis Joseph Beda of Hazleton. Mass will be Thursday at 10 a.m. at Church of St. Joseph. Friends may call Wednesday from 3 to 7 p.m. and on Thursday from 9 to 10 a.m. at the church. The Frank J. Bonham Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Nancy Margaret Kordick of Drums. Services have not been announced. Thomas G. McLaughlin of Sugarloaf Township. The Joseph B. Conahan Funeral Home will announce the arrangements. And Florence T. Spieshock of Hazleton. Mass will be Wednesday at 10 a.m. at Annunciation Parish at Church of St. Gabriel. Friends may call Wednesday from 9 to 10 a.m. at the church. The Joseph B. Conahan Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Today's social and obituary report is brought to you by Harmon Funeral Homes and Crematory. Call 570-788-0977 or go to harmonfuneral.com.